On behalf of the Department of Human Services, Division of the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, it's a pleasure to be here this morning and to present some remarks. I would like to start by thanking the FCC, various state and local public safety organizations, and major wireless carriers responsible for bringing text capability to the 911 system in New Jersey. I'm also proud that the Division of the Deaf has partnered with the public safety agencies to advocate for and support the Text to 911 agreement. The Text to 911 agreement and technology, while benefiting everyone, closes a huge gap in access to 911 services for our constituents who are deaf, deafblind, hard of hearing, as well as those with speech disorders. Text messaging is a very popular form of communication used all over the world. It is used by hearing people who send messages rather than use the phone. Text messaging is also embraced by people who are deaf, deafblind, hard of hearing, or who have speech disorders. It is a practical and effective mode of communication that does not require hearing or speech, making it ideal for people with hearing loss or speech disorders. Texting is used widely today in conducting business, communicating with family and friends, and now, with advances in technology, it will also have the capability to call 911 services. This is a huge step forward in enhancing the public safety of our constituents. Text to 911 replaces an antiquated 911 system used by people who are deaf, deafblind, hard of hearing, or with speech disorders. Under the old system, 911 could only be accessed by a telephone device for the deaf, or a third-party relay service in which the individual had to type or sign a message that was received by a relay operator. The operator, in turn, translated the message to a 911 call center. This process was very cumbersome and was time-consuming, often delaying emergency response time. Furthermore, the 1960s era teletype device for the deaf is now obsolete. As a result, more than 40 million Americans from the deaf and hard of hearing community found it difficult, if not impossible, to use the 911 system. This resulted in a significant gap in access to 911 services for people with hearing loss or speech disordered compared to the ease of use for the general population who simply had to dial 911. The new Text to 911 agreement being announced today achieves the goal of making 911 fully accessible to everyone. For the first time in history, people who are unable to speak or hear on the phone can now communicate directly with a 911 dispatcher using text messaging. There is no longer any need for people with hearing loss or speech disorders to use any kind of specialized equipment or third-party relay services to contact 911 as in the past. New Jersey can be proud for having adopted the Text to 911 program. It is one of only a handful of states to have such a program on a statewide basis. Our constituents can now feel safer knowing that emergency assistance is just a few clicks away. This is a giant step forward. There are more than 800,000 people with hearing loss in New Jersey. It is important that each potential user of Text to 911 be informed of this new resource and how to use it effectively. I will continue to make the resources of the Division of the Deaf and Hard of Hearing available to public safety agencies to ensure the success of this program. Thank you.